Hello everyone, Nicoraptor here, and today we're going to continue the Smaugust drawing challenge. And just like before, I'll be showing you all the speed painting process of each of the 7 dragons and explain the design process behind each of them. The dragons are based on a list by Mahis Maria, and again, I'll leave a link to his Instagram down below. And there's going to be a special guest in this video. Can you all figure out who it is? Well, you'll see soon. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and let's get into the drawing. The first dragon for the second week of Smaugust is the Cloud Dragon. Now, when drawing up the sketch, I knew I wanted to make this dragon more of a scenery piece instead of a standalone dragon with a plain background like the others. But at the same time, I have to make sure that it still stands out. So what I did was first sketch out the form of the dragon, and I used a foggy texture brush to fill out the shape of the dragon, and then used that same brush for the clouds at the background, and then I did the shading and lighting. But before that, I looked up at references of clouds during the sunset to get an idea of how the lighting should look, and once all that is done, I added the details like the eyes and nose on the dragon's head, and it came out great. It is the simplest concept, but it makes a nice scenery art piece, so here is the Cloud Dragon. The second dragon on our list is the Corrosive dragon, and the first thing that came to my mind is to make a dragon that can secrete or spew out acidic slime that can melt anything. So I first draw out the pose of the dragon crawling on a rock, and then design the shape and form of the dragon. I gave our dragon a giant pouch with bulbs all over it where it stores its acid. I got this idea from the acid spewing kaiju from the movie Pacific Rim called Otachi, where it also has a pouch that expands before it shoots out its acid. I also gave the dragon cannon-like appendages all over its back where it can also shoot out the acid, and of course I made the dragon's mouth drool with the acidic slime, and I also gave him a long slimy tongue. I also added in beady white eyes to give a more creepy look to the dragon, and I made the rock where the dragon is sitting on in the middle of a sulfur acid pool, and made the background have a fog with a sickly green color to give a toxic hazard look to the piece. Really happy with how this came out, and so here is our Corrosive dragon. The next dragon on our list is the Checkered Dragon, and for this one, I really don't know what to do as I don't know how to design a dragon that is just checkered. My initial idea was to just make a dragon with a checkered pattern all over its scales, but then I realized that would be too tricky trying to make the dragon's patterns bend and fold on parts of the dragon that is not flat, so I scrapped the idea. And another one was to make a chest piece that looks like a dragon with wings and a checkered pattern on it, but that would also be a bit too complicated. So at the end, I toned it down a bit and decided to just make an ordinary dragon with a black and white color scheme, and its wings has a checkered pattern on it. And so after drawing the basic form of the dragon with its wings out, I then drew the checkered pattern on it and colored the dragon. And then I did the shading and lighting as usual. And then the background, I made it a dark background with a checkered floor, and it came out really nice, honestly. But I don't know why, but this dragon feels like it should be in one of those black and white optical illusions. It almost looks a bit trippy, honestly. But anyways, here is our Checkered Dragon. The fourth dragon on the list is the Dusty Dragon. Now for this one here, I was racking up my brain a lot more than the Checkered Dragon, as I don't know what would be the best way to draw a Dusty Dragon. I didn't want to just make a dragon out of dust, because that would be way too similar to my cloud dragon, and I wanted it to be a bit different. My next idea was to just make a jade dragon, ones that you would find in an antique shop, and it would have dust all over it. And it would be nice, but I wasn't really 100% satisfied with that idea. I also thought about making a dragon that could control the dust cloud, but no, it didn't work. And so I came up with this idea. I decided to make an artifact dragon that is alive but growing old at the same time, and dust is flying off the dragon and into the light. It actually looks really nice, but honestly makes it look as if the dragon is about to pass away from old age and become dust. It's kinda sad, to be honest. But overall, I am 100% satisfied with this dragon, and so here is our Dusty Dragon. And Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. The fifth dragon on our list is the Vigilant dragon. And just like the problem I had with the Deviant dragon, I had no idea of what to do design-wise when it comes to drawing a dragon that just has an adjective that describes their characteristics, like happy, angry, sad, or something like that. So I just decided to do like what I did with the Deviant dragon and make this art piece that tells a story and doesn't have much on design. So I made the dragon have a normal body and gave it a gold and red color scheme, but the feature that stands out the most is the dragon's glowing bright blue eyes. And I wanted to make this dragon look over a city or an area to keep watch over it, to show us the audience that this dragon is being vigilant as the city's guardian. And I'll admit, the part that I spend the most time on when it comes to designing this dragon is the city. I am not a big fan when it comes to drawing cities, as I mostly prefer drawing creatures, animals, or nature. And also, cities and buildings are often hard for me to draw whenever I try to make it look symmetrical or use straight line drawings, but it always ends up looking not natural and looks fake or cartoonish. But I tried, and this is the best I could come up with. And I just used the copy and paste tool to fill out the city because I didn't want to draw many buildings when they all will just look the same at the end. And after the tedious drawing process of the city, I then drew a nature background and I finished it. Not my favorite drawing, but I hope you all like it. So here is our Vigilant dragon. The next dragon on our list is Own Choice. And this one here is where we get to draw any kinds of dragon of our own choice, whether it's an existing dragon or a made up one. So for this one, I decided to make a dragon based on everyone's favorite fourth wall breaking merc with the mouth, Deadpool. That right. Wait, why am I getting censored on YouTube? Buddy, we do not want to get demonetized here, and I added the censorship just to be safe. Ah, okay, so whenever I say something like you have to censor it? Please don't make me have to censor every sentence you say. Okay, my poor little raptor boy. I'll keep the censorship to a minimum. Anyways, just like good old Wade takeover. So this little raptor decided to go and watch Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters, and he loved it. And since I'm trending all over the place, especially on TikTok, he decided to draw me as a dragon. And he was originally going to go with good old Wolvie and draw him as a dragon, but he went with me instead. And that's a clever boy move there, because otherwise, he would have my baby knife up his ass. Well, I mean, I am still thinking about drawing a Wolverine dragon as a bonus after Smaugust. But I also want to point out that I was inspired by Popcross Studios when he drew a Deadpool dragon. So I wanted to do my own version. And also everyone, you should all check out Popcross Studios. He is an amazing artist with great storytelling skills. And he is my inspiration to do drawings like these. That's very nice of you, Nick. And also, you did an amazing job drawing this dragon. And it makes me wish there would have been a Deadpool variant out there in the multiverse. So all of you lovely people enjoy the Deadpool dragon. Wait, I didn't even get to explain the design. Please, my sweet raptor, you should know, explaining something can be tedious and boring as fuck. Man, Deadpool can be pretty annoying. But anyways, on to the last dragon for the second week of Smaugust. It is the Bloodthirsty dragon. Now this one here, I knew I'm gonna draw a dragon with a terrifying design with blood everywhere. I first drew the dragon in a hunched position, crouching over, and making it hold out its hand and licking the blood out of it to make it scary, and of course to show how bloodthirsty this dragon is. I also decided to make this dragon have a mouth at the end of its tail. I wonder what it'll be like to have a mouth on my end. I'll basically be the merc with two mouths.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Can you just get out of here, Wade?
Okay, I'm leaving you. Ass mouth.
Anyways, I made the dragon's tail have a mouth on the end, and I took inspirations from leeches and sea lamprey, which are sea creatures that sucks blood. And so I made the dragon's tail into a giant sea lamprey with protruding teeth to help give a more bloodthirsty look to the dragon. And of course, I drew blood coming out of its tail mouth and blood covering its hands and mouth, and I even gave the dragon a creepy smile and two pairs of eyes to make it even scarier. And I gave it a color scheme based on my old drawing of a vampire dragon from a long time ago. And overall, it looks great.
Does anybody else think that this dragon is bleeding out of his ass mouth?
Oh, for the love of... Could you get out? Anyways, here is the Bloodthirsty dragon. And that is all for the dragons in the second week of Smaugust. I hope you all like the 7 dragons I've drawn, and also hope you all enjoyed the guest appearance of Deadpool and my voice impression of him. Anyways, if you guys want to see my previous Smaugust drawing, you can go ahead and check out on my Instagram, links down below. Or if you want to see more crossover drawings like my Deadpool dragon, you can check out the video where I have turned Hell-based comic anti-heroes into dragons, as well as my other animations here on my YouTube. But besides that, thank you all so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. My name is Nick Raptor, and have a
fantastic day to all of you lovely people, and see you all in the next video.
Damn it, Wade.